A local cannabis dispensary is asking for the public's help after crooks robbed the manager at gunpoint. It's the second time the store has been robbed in the last year, and as our Catherine Cook shows us, they're facing other hardships as well.
It's demoralizing and scary.
It's been 1 week since someone robbed Sally Bishop's cannabis dispensary, Green Goddess Remedies, on Southwest Taylors Ferry Road.
They just ransacked the place. They took so much stuff, it was unbelievable.
Security video shows two men with guns and faces covered. The manager on shift holds up her hands as she follows orders, leading crooks to the safe. Sally says it's the second time this has happened here in less than a year.
We're all on pins and needles, you know, and it makes it worse because we can't see out our windows right now because it's boarded up.
Back in July, an SUV crashed into the building, causing $200,000 in damage. Sally's still waiting for insurance to come through. Just another burden to bear.
He's shaken, frightened, and still processing what happened, but the employee tells me he ultimately thought about calling out of work today, but he didn't let his fear stop him from coming into his shift.
I'm still pretty jumpy. Whenever I hear the door open, I kind of get a little scared.
This surveillance video captures the moment when an interaction with customers turned into an alleged armed robbery at the Paseo Cannabis Collective Friday evening. Nicholas Pickens was working behind the counter.
He was like, yeah, just let me go and get everything in the store. And then I kind of laughed it off because I thought it was a joke. And then he was like, no, I'm for real. And then he walked up to the counter, and then he pulled something out of his waistband I didn't see, and then he cocked it.
One of the suspects allegedly pulled out a gun. Seconds later, the two men wiped merchandise from the shelves.
They walk in with their guns drawn, pointed at two workers, ordering them to the ground.
I'm going to cut off your fingers. I'm going to kill you guys. Let's kill these two.
The dispensary owner angry after watching this surveillance video. The suspects, two women and a man, armed, holding his brother and another worker at gunpoint, threatening to kill them. The three suspects have no idea cameras are capturing their every move. A USB cord used to tie a worker up. Guns pointed at the workers' heads. One of the suspects, an older woman, holds a gun in each hand.
To me, that's cowardly. These individuals are cowardly to force guns on people.
The suspects force a worker to open a safe, the money thrown into a suitcase.
A manager tied up, a customer held at gunpoint. Only on 5, this terrifying robbery inside a local dispensary.
He threw the duct tape to my assistant manager. He shot the ground to let him know that he wasn't playing around. To make my assistant manager fearful for his life.
That duct tape meant for the employee of Big Bud's Cannabis Company to tie up his own legs during a robbery just after 8 last night. Along with the employee, a patient walked in while the robbery was in progress.
The guy hid behind the ATM as that patient was coming in. And then he grabbed her, held her at gunpoint, had her tape her legs together.
He then forced the patient to shove cannabis products into trash bags while he took the assistant manager to the back to let him into the safe.
Well, tonight, Lacey police are asking for your help to identify some suspects in a terrifying takeover robbery. Detectives say the clerks at Forbidden Cannabis were afraid for their lives when 3 armed men ordered them on their knees last month, even putting a gun to the back of an employee's head, demanding that he empty the till. Suspects stole thousands of dollars worth of product and took off in an older model red Ford Focus.
The search is on for suspects caught on camera after a deadly armed robbery inside a dispensary in Tarzana. It happened right next to a crowded synagogue in the middle of the day. KCAL 9's Rick Montanez is live there tonight with more on the investigation. Rick.
And Leslie, we actually talked with family and friends of the man who was shot and killed. They identify him as 28-year-old Brian Garcia. Targeted for the marijuana products and money. In that security video, you can also see a family walking toward the synagogue. It appears they heard the shots, and moments later, you see them turn and run back the other direction. The video also shows what appears to be 2 people get into the getaway car and take off. Neighbors are angry.
And also Also breaking right now, Metro Police just releasing these images of the man that they say robbed a medical marijuana store just hours ago.
Cannabis after a man held up employees and a patient making off with cash and products from the marijuana dispensary.
Came in with a gun. Our staff obviously was worried about patient safety, so the safest thing for them to do was just to allow him in.
Armed robbery, a danger all dispensaries have acknowledged since day one because banks will not accept money from the businesses because of marijuana's federal classification.
People are killed or violence done to them for $500 or less. And yet we have marijuana businesses that will be responsible for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we don't have the protection or the convenience of banking.
Cannacopia's assistant manager says she agrees and says they take extra precautions because of it.
Dispensaries are well aware that they are a target because it is a cash business.